Let's go ahead and get started, everyone. We're going to start standing again, just like we did on Monday. I'll start facing you, actually. Feet in line with your hips. I want you to start with that nice, tall chest. I don't want your lower back to follow. Pull your shoulders back, but keep that core nice and contracted. Palms are facing forward. Plant those feet into the floor. Take a few deep breaths. You're welcome to close your eyes. You don't have to. With each exhale, I want you to contract that core a little bit tighter. I was aware that, or was brought to my attention that my connection was not so great at the beginning of class on Monday. I had a project prior to last Monday where my router was upstairs, which is why. So we'll fix it next time. Hopefully it's better today. On your next inhale, I want your arms to reach overhead, eyes to follow in that direction. Exhale, arms to your side. Let's expand that breath. Kitty appearance. Exhale, release. She wants to do it with us. Few more. And exhale. This time, as we bring those arms overhead, we're going to keep those hands there. Palms are reaching together. Eyes are following that in that direction. Feet are planted into the floor. If you want to take that a little bit further, reaching slightly behind you for that back bend. Slowly lifting it back up, pushing those hips back, swan dive, forward fold. Feel free to rock those hips side to side as we get warm. Reverse swan dive back into standing. Exhale, release back down into that forward fold. Hands are placed on the floor or yoga block. I'm going to take a small step. So I'm at the front of my mat. Let's go ahead and step back with that right foot. Left foot stays forward. I want you to stay on your toes here. When you're ready, let's take that left arm and reach up towards the ceiling. Again, you're welcome to place your hand on a yoga block or something in place of a yoga block if you'd like. Starting slow, placing that left hand back down. Big step forward, forward fold. Slight bend through the knees. Let's roll it up. If you haven't noticed, I've kind of liked this more flowy style this week. Exhale, release back down. Swan dive, forward fold. Left foot steps back, right foot stays forward. Hold here for a breath or two. When you're ready, extending that right arm up towards the ceiling or sky if you're lucky like me where you get to be outside. Exhale, place that right hand back down on the floor. Step together, roll up. Head is last to come up this time. Big inhale, lift. We're going to continue to add to the sequence. Exhale, swan dive back into your forward fold. Left foot steps back, right foot stays forward. Sorry, I did the same side I did last time. That's okay. We'll do it in reverse this time. Right arm raises up to the ceiling or sky. I got confused there for a second. Option to reach that right hand behind your lower back. Open that shoulder. Use it to pull your shoulder open a little bit. Let's bring that arm back up towards the sky. Slowly lift it up into a twist, standing twist here. Place that left hand on the floor, right arm reaches up. Place that right hand down, step together, roll it up so your head is last. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. This time, right foot steps back, left foot stays forward. I know we did a different order. I apologize for that one. Left arm reaches up, doesn't matter. We're still gonna do the same thing on both sides. Option to wrap that left hand behind your lower back, open that chest and shoulder. Raising that left arm back up, lifting into a standing twist. Let's place that right hand back down on the floor. Left hand follows, this time stepping back into a plank. Hold here, strong through the shoulders. Press those heels behind you. Exhale, release those knees gently to the floor. Sit back into your first child's pose of your practice today. Rock those hips side to side. Use this time to find those deep breaths, just like you had in the beginning. Let's inhale, shift our weight forward, giving our wrists and shoulder a little bit more of a warm up here. I want you to sink those shoulder blades together. Push away from the floor. Working that serratus anterior, or that muscle that covers your ribs on the side of you. So slight bend through the elbows, but your elbows are not doing the movement. This is all coming in the shoulders here. Protraction and retraction. Go ahead and bring it back to neutral. Sit back on your heels. Give those wrists a little bit of a roll. Little bit of relief. When you're ready, bringing those hands forward before shifting back into tabletops. Tucking those toes under, lifting those knees up and hips back into that downward dog. Awesome job, everyone. Take your time in this first downward dog. I want you to find that equal balance between all fours here. So we don't want to favor one side. We don't want to favor our hands over our feet or vice versa. Inhale, let's bring our gaze towards our hands. Exhale, hop or step forward. Stepping back with our left foot, right foot stays forward. Raising that right arm up towards the sky. You know this part. Option to place that hand on your lower back, open your chest. This time, if you want to lift into that standing twist with your hand on your lower back, let's go ahead and take that hand away from the floor. You can also Stay in that standing twist. Hand reaches behind you as well. I want you to place that left elbow on your right knee. Release that right hand and bring your hands into prayer. Stepping your feet into that standing twisted chair. Make sure those knees do not cave together. Rotate back to center, lift into standing. Exhale, bring your hands to your side. Stay standing here. Inhale, big raise up. Exhale down to your side. We have that one more time. Inhale, big lift. Exhale, push those hips back, lengthen before releasing into that forward fold. This time, right foot steps back, left foot stays forward. Left arm reaches up, right hand stays on the floor. Option to place that hand behind your lower back. If you can, let's go ahead and lift into that twisted lunge with that hand behind your lower back. Again, option to place that hand reach behind you. Let's go ahead and place that right elbow to your left knee. Taking that left hand away, crossing over for prayer. Big step forward, twisted lunge, keep those hips down. Rotate back to center, lifting into standing. Awesome job, everyone. Let's take this time. Deep breaths. Following your own breath. You don't need to follow mine or my pace. We're doing this in sets of 3. So on your third breath, let's meet back in forward fold. Hopping or stepping back into that plank position. Holding here for a few breaths. Gently releasing those knees. Let's sit back into that child's pose. Use this time to reset, recenter. This is your you time. Maybe you want to walk your hands side to side. Maybe you want to rock your hips. When you're ready, let's inhale back into tabletops. Let's make sure to keep those shoulders down and away from our ears. Nice packed shoulder position. Tucking our toes under, lifting those knees up, hips back. I want you to hold that shoulder position. Can you keep those shoulders nice and tight away from your ears? You can kind of play with this a little bit. Push away, shrug. I want you to keep, so not the shrug. I want you to keep the opposite of the shrug. So nice and tight. Inhale, bring your gaze forward. Exhale, hop or step those feet to your hands. Slight bend through the knees as we roll into standing. We're going to add a little bit of balance to our sequence. So if you're not at the front of your mat, let's go ahead and take a step forward to the front. Since we've been doing our right foot, let's keep that right foot forward again. So left foot comes up. So I want you to find that nice sturdy position, grip the mat with your feet, use your toes. Glutes are engaged. When you're ready, let's bring that foot off the floor. I want your goal to bring that knee in line with your hips. If you're not quite there yet, that's okay. Shoulders are open, pulled back, chest is towards the front. From here, I want you to see if you can balance. If you need to tap your toe in the center, that's okay. Into warrior 3, kick back. Core is engaged, not letting that lower back give in here. Arms reach forward. I want you to place that left foot behind you into that high lunge. Exhale, twist. Again, option to place that right hand behind that lower back. Use it to pull that shoulder open. Now, if you want to take this a little bit further, option to raise that left arm, maybe even into a reverse. Slowly lift it back up. Unlink that arm. Let's open into prayer, or sorry, drop into prayer. So cross that left elbow to your right knee. That wasn't very cueing, I apologize. Stepping forward, twisted chair, hips stay down. Rotate back to center. Lift it back up. Exhale your arms to your side, walk it out, shake it out. Use this time, deep breaths, arms reach overhead. I am not speaking clearly. Here we go. I need these breaths. On that third exhale, meeting back in that forward fold. Hopping or stepping back into that plank position when you're ready. Hold here for a few breaths. Strong through the shoulders, press those heels behind you. For those of you working on that ankle mobility, really try to press those heels behind you. Feel that stretch through your calves. Gently release your knees, sit back on your heels. All right, we have that one more time on the other side, and then we go into that ending stretch. I don't know if you've noticed, but I've kind of found that passion, that motivation for my yoga teaching again, and that's come from just taking other classes. So if you need that motivation, find what inspires you. If you feel like you're kind of in that lull, find a little bit of motivation. If you're here, that's already a start. All right, when you're ready, let's inhale, shift forward. Shoulders stay packed. Down and away from your ears. Tuck those toes under. Let's lift up. Hips back, downward dog. Keep those shoulders down and packed. Inhale, bring your eyes towards your hands. Exhale, hop or step those feet forward. Slight bend through the knees so that we can go into that standing balance. All right, this time we are on our left side. Downside to working out outside, you get all of those outside sounds. I'm sorry. All right, let's find that balance. Glutes are engaged. Foot is gripping to the floor. Again, your goal eventually is to get that knee in line with your hips. Again, if you're not quite there yet, that's okay. Just gives you something to work towards, a measurable goal. We're just talking about goals in our last meeting. Let's go ahead and kick back into that warrior three. Stepping back into that high lunge and opening into that twist. Option to place that left hand behind you. Use it to open that shoulder, open your chest. If you want to take that a little bit further, bringing that right arm up, maybe slightly behind you. If you're looking for that balance, eyes are following that position or that right hand. I have to close my eyes because of the sun. It's not the worst problem to have. Let's go ahead and lift it back up, open back into that twist. Dropping that right elbow into that prayer position, left knee. Step forward into that twisted chair. Rotate back to center. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, arms to your side. You have those 3 breaths on your own, meeting back in that forward fold. Option to hop or step back into that plank position for the last time today. Again, especially if you're working on that ankle mobility, really press those heels behind you without letting your hips come up. Exhale, release those knees to the floor. Sit back into child's pose. You did it. Great job, everyone. Before you leave today, and I'll remind you at the end of class, I want you to share something that inspires you or motivates you to keep going, whether it be seeing progress, maybe it's trying something new, maybe it's an extrinsic factor, like someone giving you a good job or a pat on the back. Whatever it may be, before you leave, go ahead and share what inspires you. When you're ready, let's bring those hands below our shoulders. Use them to press ourselves up. Sitting back onto our glutes, let's get ready for our ending hip stretch. Releasing down to the floor when you're ready. Keeping one knee tucked into our chest, opposite leg is extended out in front of us. Option to extend that leg, reaching for the back of your thigh, calf, or maybe even ankle. Go ahead and extend that leg out to the side. Let's bring that leg back to center. Tuck your knee into your chest. Hug in your opposite knee and extend your leg. Again, option to extend that leg, reaching for under your thigh, your calf, or your ankle. And go ahead and allow that leg to open out to the side. Let's bring that leg back to center. Tuck your knee into your chest. Place that foot on the floor and extend your foot out in front of you. I want you to relax your eyes. Place those hands on the side of your body, palms facing up. And take your deep breaths. Relaxing your muscles with each exhale. I want you to start to think about those factors that inspire you or motivate you, and kind of use them as ways to help you reach your goals as the new year starts to come along. We start to make new goals for ourselves, whether it's health and fitness related or not. Those motivations are what's going to help us to reach those goals. So it's good to identify them. Keeping your breath relaxed. As you keep your eyes relaxed, go ahead to start to add small movement through those fingers and toes. Eventually sliding those feet flat to the floor. Rocking those knees side to side, starting with small movements. Eventually making those movements bigger. Picking one side to roll over to, allowing your hip and shoulder to follow. Opening your eyes when you're ready. And sliding yourself back into that comfortable seated position. If you need help or just want somebody to hold you accountable for your goals for next year, feel free to reach out to me or any coach you feel comfortable with. Remember to keep those motivations and inspirations in mind. Let's finish with our deep breaths. Inhale, arms reach overhead. Exhale, remember those sets of 3. We have 2 more deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale, arms to side. Let's do 1 more. Hands come together into prayer. Exhale, hands to heart. Namaste. Have a great day, everyone. I will see you all on Monday.
Thanks, Cassidy.
Thank you. Hi, Rustis. It's nice to see you.
Yeah, I was a little late with computer problems trying to set it up in a different room, but I finally made it.
Good to see you.